Hey everybody. I hope everybody had a awesome Christmas and New Year and all that stuff. I know I did. I had a really great time. Um, and so I haven't really worked on this guy for a little bit, but when I got back, I was able to finish him up. Um, so which is always exciting, finishing up something. I mean, he's like, I don't know. I should say there's like one other thing I need to do here. Like I need to do this little knife tail. But the process for making them was pretty cool, especially the tail. I thought the tail was really fun, and I actually streamed the tail. So if you want to watch how I did the tail, there won't be a link in the description. Just go into my channel and you can find it there. And of course, there was a lot of other stuff, like a lot of substance stuff that you didn't see. I thought that stuff was kind of tedious, and it was kind of like bumbling around, so I didn't record any of that stuff. Let me see. Let me check my health here. Okay, the stream seems like it's working. It took me a while to set all this up. I moved like my location, so hopefully everything is working properly. Cool. So yeah, let's just do a quick render so you'll see where this is at. And yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but man, I'm pretty happy with this. I think our Xenomorph is looking pretty cool. Very textured. They're always wet, right? And I got this really cool look through creating a coat. So I have like all these different layers of let me jump into my here. So material library, and I have a head cover, right? So I have two different materials going. I could have put it in one material, but Substance Painter is so bad at combining separate materials, and like so I just was like, screw it, I'm not even gonna try to do that. I'm just gonna make a completely different material. So yeah, look at that, man. I'm so happy with this. Like, it's just, sometimes things just work, right? This doesn't even have any displacement maps. This is all normal map, and so. But yeah, so here's my. It's pretty simple, really. There's really not much, like the textures are basically doing everything. But I have this coat color and coat roughness, and it really adds like a whole ton of just like extra, wetness and weirdness and kind of like incandescence. So the goal for this stream is basically to create like a really simple rig, I guess you can call it. I'm going to keep within KinEffects. I don't even know if I'm really going to go into Apex on this. I want to wait a little bit. If you were expecting a Apex rig soon, I'm going to wait to rig this guy fully until the next release of Houdini. For now, I'm just going to rig him up enough so that I can get a nice pose and a nice presentation. And then I'm not going to touch him for a while. So hate me if you like, and join me if you want, because this will be like a nice, I don't know, kind of primer to like creating the final rig for this guy. Because, I've been thinking a lot about like, how the hell am I going to do this? So I don't know. My plan is to do it in an hour. Because I just want to get, I want to get the pose right. Like I want to get him up. I want to get him on ArtStation, and all that jazz. So here's my Houdini project. I shouldn't be showing you this, but I have him here, right? This is the model with the proper UVs and everything. So in this case, I'm just gonna start drawing out some joints. And I didn't like plan this at all. This is just like, you guys are just watching me in real time right now. Let me see. Okay, that's the time. I got my tea. I have my little sippy cup from my daughter. Thank you, honey. All right. Okay, I'm gonna put timer for an hour. Let me see. How can I do a timer here? Oh, cool. I got my little watch. All right, ready? Here we go. 1 hour. All right. Uh-oh. Like 5 seconds has already passed. Okay. let's go like this. I'm going to open up a couple of windows, and I want a nice front view. Okay, and we can do a side view as well. And this is so hard to do. I'm so used to using my widescreen, my ultra wide, but I'm doing this for you guys, okay? Because I've gotten enough complaints already about the. I gotta stop jabbering. I'm already like 30 seconds in. This is crazy. All right. So skeleton. I'm not going to do view based. I'm just going to do freehand, and then I'm going to tweak it as I go along. Okay. Or maybe I should do that. Well, no, this is the reason I'm doing it this way. Okay. All right, let's go here. I'm going to go into modify, and let me see. So I want tweak. There we go. Yeah, I'm kind of rusty, right? Because I haven't really done too much rigging or anything since since like the beginning of the holidays. So this is risky right now to actually be live streaming this, because there's the whole possibility that like I'm just going to be completely out of my element here. All right. So I have shoulder. Let's say our shoulder, our shoulder, and our elbow, our wrist. And I need to keep in mind that I'm only making this rig just to pose the damn thing, right? I might not even make a hand rig right now, because there's so much I want to do within the pose, right? Okay, all right, so let's do our little add trick where we create our spine this way, okay? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to move this up right to the base. So there's a lot going on down here in the spine area. So it's almost kind of like, I don't even know where to start the spine. All right, whatever. Boom. And then let's move this one up. And we'll put this about right there. Okay, boom. All right, and let's do, so let's make this add. I'm gonna just do this. Actually, let's hide this for now, because I can't really see what I'm doing. So let's do that. And let me make sure that okay, that's all good. And I don't want to see anything else. Everything else is kind of distracting me. All right, so this will be arm. And let's keep all my joints and stuff on one side. Okay, so I have my arm, I have my spine. Why don't we just go right in and, oh my gosh. Let's just start creating the leg. So again, I'm going to start from the front, and I'm going to turn modify off, turn tweak mode off. And we're going to go boom. And we need 3 joints, right? Boom, boom, boom. All right. And so we're going to do it this way. Modify, tweak. All right. And that is pretty much there. Hold down shift, and then you can move your joints without affecting the hierarchy. Okay, great. And I'll try to give tips when I can here. This is more just going to be like sort of like a working session. So, I might just get sort of in the zone here and there, and you might not even, it might just be like, how are you doing that? And I might not say anything. So forgive me if that's the case. Okay, cool. Leg. How are we doing? Okay, 5 minutes has passed. That's not bad. We have our arm, our leg, the beginnings of a spine, and there's gonna have to be like all sorts of other stuff. So let's see. I gotta do the naming for the leg. Oh my god. Let's see. So we're gonna call this hip. Oop, capitals. Hip. And let me turn, whoops, no. Let's get back into here, and I want to turn tweak mode off. Tweak mode off, modify, there we go. So it's going to be knee. And I guess we'll call this ankle, and we'll call that foot. Okay, whoops, why didn't that work? R, foot. Okay, there we go. So that worked, and that worked. Okay, cool. So we have our leg and our arm. And then we can probably do a couple more for the feet here. But let's just, let's work on our spine for now. So let me think, the hips, I think that'll work. That's fine. Because, you know, like the way this guy is, it's a bit like basically what's going on in my head right now is I'm thinking about all these like extra little pieces and stuff that need to be included with the rig. And I do not want to do any weight painting, especially right now. So I'm gonna remove all the crazy bits, and I'm gonna do the main body and then just like copy everything. Okay. And this is a pretty heavy model too. This is you know, 149,000 polygons. So we're pushing this. We're pushing the system to the limit. But that's what we want to do here, you know. We don't want to pussyfoot around with this stuff. Pussyfoot. All right, let's see. Rig, doctor. Let's turn these into joints. So initialize transforms. And let's actually do an add. No, not an add. Like I said, I'm very rusty right now. Okay, so resample, and we're gonna do maximum segments so I can actually jot in the amount of joints that I want. 4 is good. Rig doctor, add a wrangle. And name is going to be equal to, so parentheses, spine, and underscore plus, what was that, ITOA? Yeah. And then point number. Okay, so the point number is going to turn the integer, or the ITOA is going to turn the integer into a string. And let's open this up. I should save this. Close your eyes. All right, let me see. I'm wasting time. I'm wasting time here. I'm wasting time saving this. All right, let me see. So I'm going to say, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to say. I'm just going to do it. All right, so Xenomorph. Sorry, everybody. Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go. Where were we? Okay, I want this to be that, so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we have our arm, we have our leg, we have our spine. And so, I'm going to show you a good trick that I know. Okay, let me split. And we are going to split the last joint here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a group range so that I'll always be able to grab that last point, right? And you know, just in case like I you know, decide I want more points on the spine. So now I'm just doing this, and so that I can do that. So I'll always have that last point, right? So if I, you know, decide I want like, you know, 13 joints on the spine, I'll always have that last point. Soap. Let me make sure. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is gonna be the base of the neck. All right, I probably should have said that. So base of the neck. And the way I'm gonna do this is I'm actually gonna grab a transform. I'm going to, oh no, I don't have the, dang. Okay, let me see. I think it's, what was it? C. I've had this plugged into a, a preset for so long, I almost forget how to do this. Okay, so CE. Okay, so that just, what this does is it makes your pivot translate just onto the center of the bound, right? And since we're on a point, it falls right into the point. Okay, we're not going to do this right now because we're running out of time. Oh my god, 11 minutes has passed. Okay, let's move this up. And so we're going to move that to about there. Okay. And let's take this. So we're going to have that and then that. We're just going to take both of these and we're going to do an add so that we do this. All right, so we have 0 and 1. Okay, cool. So now what we can do is we can do another resample. And I'm going to put that down to about, let's put that to 3 as well. Remember, you're just going to pose this guy. You're not going to actually rig him for animation, not yet. What's up, Squid Bean? I saw that your videos are up. I'm going to check those out ASAP. And yes, the Xeno does continue. Okay. Cool. So, okay, let me think. I want to get rid of the base of the neck. Okay, let me think. All right, what I can do is I can blast this. And the reason I want to get rid of the base of the neck is because I'm going to plug this into the top level of the spine. Okay? And I want this to be all procedural. So we're going to do another group range. Okay. And we're going to do, so this is going to be first. And this is going to be last. Okay. So first and last. And we're going to say, so we're going to say root and then tip. Okay. We're going to combine these and then parent. And the reason I'm doing it this way is so that I can, keep this procedural. And then, yeah, there it is. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, there it is. So now everything is plugged in. And, you know, if I change my, you know, the amount of points that I want on both of these guys, it'll always, you'll always have that proper hierarchy. Very nice. Okay, so yeah, I think this is what I wanted. This is what I had before, right? Yeah, this is what I had before. Okay, cool. The neck and the head are done-ish. Okay, cool. Let's do another add. And with this add, I'm going to go up to the right side. Let me actually make add here. Come on. I'm running out of time. Don't you know that I'm running out of time? Okay, let's see. Let's get this where the clavicle should be. So this is going to be our clavicle control. Boom. Right doctor, initialize transforms, and we're going to put down a name and point name our clavicle. Great. And let's actually put this over here next to the arm. We're going to do this, that. Whoops. All right. Parent joints. And we're going to go boom, boom. Okay, so cool. And we have our clavicle in there now. Why don't we shift it around just a bit so we kind of get it a little bit more in the center here. Okay, cool. So there's that. And we're going to do a couple of things here. We're going to do root and tip. And let's do another. Let's do another one here. Okay, we're going to just do a simple group. And we're going to call this spine root. Okay, because I'm setting this up so now I can parent this. Okay, so now parent joints. And we're going to do the one we want is name is equal to our hip. And this is going to be spine root. And now that should have worked. I wonder if that worked. Did it work? It did not work. What did I do? Yeah, points. I didn't like specify anything. Okay, there we go. You just expect it to work, and then it doesn't. It's always disheartening. Okay, cool. And now, since I have this tip here, it's actually called the spine tip, because I'm probably going to need this later. So spine tip. So let's, really specify what the tip actually is. Let's set this parent joints and let's see. This will be name equals R clavicle spine tip. Boom. Almost there. Yeah, right? I bet you can't wait to listen to yourself. You just sit there watching yourself like, oh, I'm such an idiot. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. Let's see. Okay. Let's do the tail next. Yeah, were you nervous at all, like doing the talk? I'm curious as to like, like getting up on stage and stuff like that. Like I always wonder, what that must feel like. All right, let's do the tail now. So we're gonna do tail, and we're gonna do one more add, one more add. Oh, whoops, I turned that one off. Okay, here we go. One more add. That's like my daddy voice for my kids. You want more dinner, honey? Okay, ready? Let's do quiet. Shut up. You gotta focus. Okay, so this is gonna be the tail. Let's do another resample thingy. And I want this to be like pretty dense. Pretty dense, kind of like me. Okay, cool. I think that'll work, right? Yeah, that'll work. Uh-oh. Oh, my watch is telling me to stand. I'm already standing. Okay. Here we go. So now let's, I'm going to do a rig doctor. So let me just actually grab this and this. And I'm just going to reuse these. So rig doctor. And this is going to be tail. So my idea here while I'm putting this together is I imagine that, I'll be able to, let's get the so tail root. I imagine I'll be able to use this as a sort of a base for like when I actually do the final rig, which is going to be in the next version of Houdini. Right, so I want this to be like relatively good-ish, and things to work properly. So tail tip. Okay. So that's why I'm trying to keep things clean. Like I know that like I'm only gonna do this just so I can pose them. I don't think I'm gonna give myself enough time, but that's okay. At least we can see this process unfold in real time. I know it must be really disappointing if you're watching this. You're like, what the fuck? I was expecting fireworks, Apex related fireworks. So, okay, we're going to go to tail tip. No, tail root to spine root. Very, very nice. Okay. I think I want to get a couple joints up in the head. I think, right? Just to kind of make sure that, right? Because he's got this, he's got this long Xenomorph head. And I think I need a few more joints just to make sure that it all, that it all plays nicely. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, here's how I'm going to do this. I'm actually just going to draw out another skeleton. So this is going to be our neck. All right, let's actually put down some labels. I'm trying to do too much here. Neck. All right, let me see. So large and in charge. Let's hide the background. Boom. And okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to draw out the skeleton here because I want there to be a few joints that I can work with. Xenomorph. Okay, so the way this should work, let's turn off tweak mode. We want create mode on. Is I'm going to go boom, 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 and boom. Why not? And let's see. Let's go. All right, let's do this. And I want, so modify tweak mode off. Okay, good. So it's going to be head 0, head 1, head 2, and head 3. And I'm doing this by hand. You don't have to do everything procedurally. All right, let's put that into capitals. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we need to parent that into here. Okay. Yeah, the jaw and everything, I might just leave that for now. Because again, I really want to get to posing this. So I'm just going to try to just leave as much as I possibly can. Because my idea is to pose it to a point that like looks good enough and then fix the problems with sculpting. So let's go and let's put the head up here. I want to put the head here. And then we'll do this. All right, so we'll just kind of break the chain a little bit. Let's go, parent joints, boom. And we're gonna go head, name equals head underscore 0 to neck tip. That work? Did it work? I don't know. No, didn't work. Let me see. So we have the root. I should probably get a tip in there too. Okay, let me do another group range. Let me just grab this one. And this is going to be neck tip. Oh, this is the cost of making sure that you're doing everything correctly. All right, so we have the neck root, neck tip, and we're going to have to go here. And we're going to have to say neck tip, right? Yeah. And we're going weird here. Hang on. And I want the neck. Whoops. I think I did it the wrong way. What's going on? Okay, so we have this. So we have neck root, which is that. And neck tip, which needs to be this. There we go. So neck tip. Oh my God. All right. Cool. I mean, that's basically like everything, you know. I don't want to do much more. How much more should I really do here? I don't know. Let's go ahead and just, and you know. So hopefully I have, okay, cool. So I do have things set up. Do I? Body mat. Shoot. Let me see. Let me think. Okay, so I don't have things set up into names. That means I'm going to have to grab. Let me see. So I have this. All right, so the Xenomorph model full. So this is the one that I'm using, okay? So we're actually going to have to use this one. I can't use the file that I did before. Let me see. So what was that? Sculpted UV. and then out. I guess it's this one, model full. Okay, round and blue. All right, because now I have all these names and stuff like that, which is super duper. Okay. I have all my names and groups and everything. Okay, so we're just gonna need a couple things here. We want the body. What happened? Oh, maybe I have to do it by name. Okay. So we want the body. We want the head, right? So the head cover. We want the inner skull. The ribs. No, not the ribs. We're gonna take the ribs out. We want the arms. Yeah, you can really see how many pieces this thing is. I mean, it's just a ton of work. And then I think I want the shoulder plates. And let's get the face as well. I'm gonna have to like mess with that a little bit. Face. Okay, so that cuts down the poly count significantly to about 57,000. And you know what I can do is I can kind of like I can skin everything separately and then put everything in the end. Like put it all together after the fact. And you know that's what we're going to do. Farty Pebbles. Farty Pebbles asks, working on an animation or a game? Well, kinda in animation, definitely not working on a game, but this is sort of a game ready model. It's a really high resolution. It would be pretty high resolution. Oh my god. Yeah, almost 30 minutes has passed and I'm just finishing the rig here. But yeah, just working on this is kind of like an animation project, rigging project, all that jazz. Okay, so let's do mirror joints. So skeleton mirror. Oopsie. Okay, so I have to specify which joints I want to mirror. So we have our arm. I'm going to say group, and we're going to say mirror. And I'm going to go to the leg, and I'm going to do the same thing. So now this all drops into that mirror group. Okay, and we're going to say mirror. How come that didn't work? Oh, maybe because I didn't do the points. Oh, I always do that. I kind of wish, yeah. I kind of wish group is set to, actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. It actually makes more sense that it's set to, there we go. Okay, great. So those joints are mirrored. And, you know, I should probably also do a orient joints. So boom, that looks pretty good. Let's set the up vector, and then I'm going to do it to the leg. Okay, and arm, leg. Try to separate everything. Okay, it's very unorganized, but again, I'm moving as fast as I can, which is super stressful. You would never believe it. Okay, so okay, here we go. Let's put it over here, and let's do a joint capture biharmonic. Okay. And let's put it over here. So here's our joints, or not our joints, this is our guy. And then this is the joints. Let's see how long this takes. Actually looks pretty good. Doesn't look too bad. There's gonna be some serious problems though with some certain things. So let's do this. Let's put down a, it's gonna be kind of hilarious. But yeah, this way I like doing this because yeah, I love rigging in Houdini because like you could just quickly throw something down, see how it's deforming. That actually looks pretty good. Look at that. That piece isn't, the clavicle isn't moving this part, or rather the shoulder's not moving that part, which is like exactly what I wanted. It's crazy that it just kind of knew to do that. You know what, guys? I think this is going to work. I think just this simple maybe I can get another joint down here. Let me see. Oh, this is pretty exciting. Okay, cool. Yeah, this will be enough. This will definitely be enough. Look at that. Boom, shalak. Boom, shalak, boom, shalak. Okay, I'm going to do a little hand rig. Yes, that's exciting. Still don't think I have enough time, but that's pretty awesome. All right, let's get rid of this. Oh, hand rig. Man, it's going to take so long. All right, let's just do the hands really quick. As fast as we can. Okay. Skeleton. And you know what? Let's do this view-based because sometimes this actually works. And what view-based does, it kind of tries to draw it into the center of the geometry, which, look at that, did a great job. And I'm just going to do this all in one guy here. Boom. Yeah, the hand is going to be a little bit more simple. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right, there we go. I'm not even going to name the points. Or I could name the points. Let's just do this. So let's just say hand, and I'm going to steal this one, this little attribute naming thing, and this is going to be hand. Let's say R hand, and we're just going to do that. Right. So now we just have hand. So I lied. I'm not going to do the best I can to make a perfect skeleton right now. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to do this. Now, okay, so let's take this mirror group. Let's move this down. Get these like that. Boom. Reparent. No, not reparent. Parent. Parent joints. Let's turn that off. Okay, so no, we want to go like the other way. So click on this. Boom. 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 And boom. Okay, cool. Now our hand is all set. Didn't take too long. All right, let's move everything up a little bit. Okay, save. I think we should probably save. It's pretty important. There we go. Let's get our neck there. I like how I only labeled the neck and nothing else. All right, so it's about 35 minutes through, and I have 26 minutes to finish the rig and pose this guy. I think I could get like a pretty decent pose and then render something out and then like fix up the pose in ZBrush or in Houdini but yeah, let's just see how far we can get. Let me do this. Let me get this head here. And I'm going to make one more joint that extends down into the face. So that I can kind of generalize the... did that work? I'm not even sure if that worked. No, it didn't work. Come on, people. Let me see. So I want to start from here. So we're going to go create. Boom. All right, let's rename this. Modify. So I'm going to say head, like mouth, I guess. All right, and let me see. So now I should have all of this. Oh, look at that. Damn. It's like right in the center. Yeah, because... Yeah, see, that's why I always turn off view-based. Just do it by freehand. You know, you get much more predictable results. Okay, so create, boom. Let's turn create off, modify, click on the joint, head, face. What's the warning I'm getting here? All right, whatever. Don't have time for warnings. Okay, ready? So bone to form. Let's turn this back on. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's see. So it's the head face, and it's not even. It's not even. Not even. Okay, what I could do is that little trick again. So let's actually, within this split, let's actually take out the face. Like, I'm being super lazy here, but whatever. All right, you know what? No, let's do this. Let's not be so damn lazy. Let's get this, and hang on. Let's go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify this. I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to take one more, and I'm going to create it out to there. So I'm going to say, I'm going to rename this to head jaw, and then jaw tip. There. That should work better because now it's actually inside the geometry, more or less. So let's go back to the bone deform. It's got to calculate everything, do all the computing the weights, and there we go. That looks way better. Look at that. So now I actually have a little bit of control over our mouth. And Houdini does a really good job, like by default, just getting the getting everything to like, I mean, it's just, that's like so good. Like, I mean, there's some things in here, like I want the fold in here to soften up a little bit, as it goes up. I might have to do that with like a blend shape or something, but that's pretty damn good for just like a first run here. Okay, great. So now how are we going to get all the bits and bytes? So let's pull this out. So we do our joint capture biharmonic. Let's get another null. So I'm going to put these two together, and we're going to do a RGB transfer, and boom, and we're going to get the, what is it called? We want, where is it? So we have points. Oh, whoops, I need to flip these. There, okay. Wait a minute. Bone capture, there it is. Okay, so now we're just transferring the bone capture directly to these guys, right? Except for the tail. I don't want the tail. So let's do another split. Do not want the tail. Tail's gonna come in later. And let's get rid of, it should be on there. Is it not on there? Oh, interesting. No, it's not. Dang, I wonder if I actually, does it have a group or anything? I'm gonna have to figure this out. Wait, is it the name? No, it's not. It's obviously not the name. Okay, let's see. All right, let's go here, and let me just select this. All right, let me see. Let me go here. Like, what is the name? It doesn't have a name. Okay, I think I can actually do it this way. If I just say name equals. There we go. So we can just get rid of that. All right, invert selection. All right, so attribute transfer, and then we'll take this and this. Merge these back together, and then we'll put this into the bone deform. Oh, let's see. Right, because we have those crazy guys in the back. Let me see. Nice, look at that. That's pretty funny. Okay, hang on. I have to kind of like push it out. There we go. Now he's looking. You kind of like. Cool. All right. Okay. I shouldn't laugh. It's very serious. Okay. Let me think. How are we doing? All right. So I'm gonna have to take these pipes out of the back. I do not want those. Let me see. So we're gonna say name equals that, And we also want the piping. No, not the piping. There should be the back tubes. There we go. Okay, so we have these little bits and bods, okay? And everything is connected. We have everything connected to the nails. We have our teeth. Cool, and it's all working pretty good. Let me see. It's like not bad. Huh? Why isn't this working? This should be moving that around. Interesting. That's not moving that around, but that's, yeah, it's working pretty good. It's working pretty good. I think we'd have to kind of smooth the attributes a little bit to really get those to work well. But, you know, other than that, it's not bad. You know, it's really not too bad. Why don't I do a smooth and just smooth these guys out? Smooth. So I'm going to do bone capture and let's move them around a little bit more. And let me turn up the smooth. Yeah, see, it sort of cleans up the capture a little bit, but only on the bits and bods, which is good. Bits and bods, right? And you know, I kind of want a little bit of flexion, you know, on those pieces, right? Because he's kind of got this like exoskeleton, but maybe it's like just a little softer in certain areas. But you know, I think this will work. Looks kind of funny. He's a sad alien. He's a sad xenomorph. Okay. But he's quite scary. All right, so let me get, so these are my joints. So let's stop messing around. Let me save. And I'm going to make a null here. And this is going to be the joints. Okay. So now that I got my joints, I'm going to bring this down here. Okay. We're going to do a couple things. We're going to do a, let's actually put it on a split. Whoops. Because what I want to do is I just want to capture those back pieces. And I just want to put them like right onto the back. So we're going to do back tubes. And we're going to do capture packed geo. And I'm going to do this, nope, just a very simple way. So capture pack geometry. All right, and so we want to let's do this. Let's pack the input and unpack the output. Okay, there we go. And we're going to put this into spine 2. All right. So manual capture, joint, we're going to say name equals spine 2. And that should work. Okay, cool. I think it worked. Okay, great. We're going to do this again. So every time I click on that bone, the form is going to calculate. So let's do this. And then let's put that here. So now we have that. And if I move that around, it should. Let me see if I move this. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to set that up a little bit. I mean, there's a ton to do here. Like, but if I just want to get this guy to pose, I wonder why we're not moving the neck around. What's up with that? It should be moving things around. Oh, look at that, because that's parented to the. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's do the tail. So we have our joints. We split the tail. Let me see. Okay, let's split this top piece up here. Because, yeah, these guys don't have names. Yeah, there's so much more I have to do here. It's kind of a bummer. But, whatevs. All right, let's go back up to, this is the tail, right? And let's group this. And we're going to say this is the tail joints. And we want this to be points. Okay, so now we have a little group that we can work with. And okay, this is such a mess. Look at this. Look at this node tree. Okay, so we have this. And we're going to do another joint captured by harmonic. Now, what I want to do first, that doesn't go there, it doesn't go there either, it goes here, is I want to select the skeleton group. So this is going to be tail joints. Okay, and then we're going to do this, that's going to go in here, and we only want to skin it to those joints. All right, so let's do a bone to form. Bone deform. This needs to go there. Okay, cool. So now let's do a rig pose. And I just want to see how this is looking. Oh boy. Okay, let me see. Yeah, the rig pose does not make it easy to select joints, but that's why Apex is great, because it does make it easier. All right, let's see. That looks pretty good. I think I could work with this. Let's really get it. Okay. That looks pretty good. I could even do it so it's like every joint is like that. But that's going to be a whole bunch of work. Hello. Hello, Rain. Oh my gosh, 12 minutes. Guys, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm going to be able to pose this. You know, I thought I could give myself enough time, but that's just hubris. All right, let's do a smooth. So at least we're kind of setting up for something, right? Setting up for something nice. No, not there. I want it there. I want it here, right after that. And we do not want to do this. We want to do the bone capture. So let's plug that up a bit. Doesn't really seem to have much of an effect. What if I put it to like 500? Yeah, nothing's happening. I wonder why. What am I doing wrong? All right, you know what? Whatever. That's fine. Okay, great. Oops. Posed Xenomorph. My butt. Okay, so let's get the final, more or less final, into here. Because this is everything, right? Except for the little mouthpiece. Which I should probably add, right? Let me go back to the head here. And yeah, I love just kind of going back and forth and, you know, being able to just like, oh, let me get a joint here. Let me get a joint here. Sorry, I don't know if I was talking on the mic or not. Okay, let's go to modify, create, and we'll do freehand. And we'll do this. And I'm going to call this inner mouth A and inner mouth B. Look at that. All right, so we're going to do the same thing here. Let's actually try to organize things a little bit. So we have our inner mouth. What happened? Oh yeah, that's right. It's going to be a lot of calculating. Okay, so we have, let's get rid of that. And let me see. So we have this, and so we split the inner mouth, right? So that's going to be that. And since we actually split this, why don't we actually give it a name, right? So we'll call this tail, and this will be inner mouth. Malt, inner mouth. Okay, and then we'll grab our joints here, right? Let's do another joint capture by harmonic. Let me think. And you know what? Let's just do a capture pack geometry. Okay, so we're going to do just a quick capture pack geo, and we'll put this here. We're going to do a manual capture, and then this is going to go into inner mouth A, and I have to specify the name. Pack input, unpack output. Okay, so that should work. Let me think if I didn't mess anything up. So we have that. Okay, it's working. Great. So now let's get this into here. We'll do a file cache, and let's do explicit geo hip name. Oh, I don't want the hip name. I'm just going to say Xenomorph. Let's do skinning. We're going to say skinning, right? So I can have a folder with all my skinning information. We don't need all this junk. We're going to say Xenomorph skin. I'm going to call this V1 because it's definitely a V1 kind of thing. And we just want a single frame, save, and then we're going to save that to disk. And then, if all is well, let's get rid of this rig pose. And I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, let me see. You know, if I, oh right, yeah, I have to fix that. But look at that. You know, we got this. Boom. That's pretty exciting. You know, we can move the tail around. We even have hands. Okay, let me see, hands. Nice. All right, so now I have 7 minutes to like try to make a compelling pose. How long have I been using Houdini to get to this level? A couple of months. I started, no, just kidding. I've been doing this for a while, years. Okay, what am I doing? Somebody help. Somebody help. Oh. That's right, so I have to pose this guy, but I need to fix his neck. I gotta fix his neck. All right, so when we do our parent joints, yeah, what's happening is I'm actually going to the neck, head. It's here, so we have the neck. Now I want the neck root, not the neck tip. So that means since I've done that, I have to go back down to the file cache and resave everything to disk. But that's fine. That's just kind of what you have to do. But the nice thing is now we're going to have that. And there's another thing I need to do. I want to orient these joints, right? Because I want them to make sense. What, not orient. Orient joints. And we'll do a up vector. And let's try to do everything we need to do, right? Because I don't want... all right, you know what? That'll work. So we have to do this again. Save. I'm out of tea. Oh, geez. And there's only 6 minutes left. Thank you, sweetie, for the sippy cup. I mean, wow. You know, wow. And I'm not going to have any twist joints in here, but which is a bummer. Okay, cool. So we have this. Let's go ahead and start posing this. Let me think. I want to do, let's do like, I want to kind of like, I'm going to spend the last 5 minutes trying to get like a pose. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Okay, so let's do polygon. Let's give this about that. Mountain. Come on. Let you know I'm running out of time. I feel like Jack Bauer. Just always running out of time. Anybody ever here watch 24? That's a good show. All right, so I want this to be a little bit taller. Like that. Something like that. Boom. Done. And I'm not even going to do any kind of like remeshing or anything. Looks terrible, but fine. Okay. Nice. Let's make this just a little bit bigger. Oops. What did I just do? What did I just do? Here. I need to go here. Hello, rig pose. Here it is. Okay, great. Boom. Let's get started. Go. Go. Okay, ready? Here we go. I'm going to move this leg up. Okay. Boom. There we go. Let's get something super cool and compelling, right? Because these guys are dangerous. They want to not kill you. They want to hang you up onto a wall for a fate worse than death, arguably, right? Because they need to reproduce. Okay, let me see. So let's get this. And we're going to have any clipping? Yeah, we're going to have some clipping. Let's kind of, let me see. Let me get the neck. I'm going to move this up a little bit. And I also want to end this with a render as well. I want to end this with a render. So let me see. Yeah, I didn't even think that like the back tubes are going to like be a problem, that like they're going to clip with the head here. Okay, let's open up the mouth a little bit more. And we can kind of offset a little bit so he's like really screeching, because these things kind of screech, right? I'm not going to try to do it right now on the mic. That'd be a bit much. Let's get a little bit of contrapposto. So 3 minutes. All right, it's looking pretty cool. Let's lift the leg up a bit more, right? We want this guy. I like Xenomorphs because they're almost like ninja-like. Right? They're kind of like ninjas. They're like alien ninjas. All right, let's put this leg out like that. You can quote me on that. I said that Xenomorphs are like alien ninjas. Okay, ready? Let's get this down. Oh, I wish you can drag select. So maybe I can have something kind of like that. Yeah, I want to end with a render. So let's kind of move his whole upper body like this. Yeah, I want to end this with a render. And maybe I'll go over time a little bit for the render portion. Yeah, kind of like this looks pretty cool. Let me bring down just the clavicle just a little bit. All right. How we doing? How to add a footlock in Houdini? It's kind of just, IK. That's beyond this video, beyond the scope of this video, as they say. You should check out my other tutorials on Kinefx or on Apex. I got a lot of Apex stuff. Oh God! All right, 125. This is crazy. All right, and okay, so let's. I think this is pretty good. I kind of like how he's doing this, like his vibes here. All right, I'm gonna have to deal with that clipping later. Let's lift the neck up a little bit. Okay, let me see. That's looking pretty cool. Okay, and then let's figure out something to do with the tail here. Oh, I gotta select one of these guys one at a time. I gotta make sure I don't. Save. Oh, stop it. I don't even know why it's giving me that error. I'm like, okay, let's see. I probably should have, whatever. F it. Let's go like this. Yeah, something like that. That is cool. He's like, bring it on. Bring it on, please. Sick. Look at that. Yes. 5 seconds. Done. Can you hear that? There we go. Okay, cool. So now that we got this, yeah, there's all these kind of craziness here. but you know, like I said, this is just like a first pass, and if anything, you know, you're kind of, you know, you're getting you know, an idea of like what this, like what the like like what the actual rig will look like when everything is being deformed, right? And where the problem spots are, like here, you know, I'm gonna have to do, you know, probably some sculpt deforming. Like I'm gonna have to figure out something with the back, and just like a lot of, you know, like this up here, so I don't get any clipping, so I can get these kind of poses. But here, let's go see what it looks like in the render. The moment of truth. So outposed Xenomorph. Hopefully everything will still match up. I mean, it should still match. It's kind of funny. Such a ridiculous amount of work just to get like 5 seconds of, you know, it's 5 seconds of posing. Okay, here we go. So let me go out. And we have the outposed Xenomorph. Woo, there he is. All right. Let me save. I'm going to turn off the geometry spreadsheet. And let's check out the render. Let's turn camera on. Oh, I don't even have the rock in there, but whatever. Oh, that looks so sick. Look at that. I am so happy with that. You know, as I said, like for a first pass, like, you know, there's still a lot to be done here, and to fix, you know, certain areas, like problematic areas. Ooh, but that looks so good. Oh, I'm really happy with this. Look at that. Dang. Yeah, this is looking like way better than I thought it was going to. Fuck yeah. And I mean, even these kind of stretched out areas, they kind of still work for me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like you get in close and it still kind of works. It doesn't completely fall apart. I mean, like, yeah, like that right there, that's a huge issue that'll have to be fixed. You know, I wanted to like add like spittle and stuff like that, but you know, we just didn't have enough time, obviously. But man, I am happy with this. I'm happy with the tail. Like that right there. Look at that. Boom. Check out the Xenomorph. He's ready to go. So, or she's ready to go. I don't even know what they are. They're asexual, or no. They're yeah, I don't know if they have male or female Xenomorphs. But look at that. Man, once this is all rigged and once it's moving around, I'm telling you, people. So yeah, this is just a preview of, I guess, what's to come for you know, going in and doing this with you know, with Apex. But like I said, for a first pass and for presentation, we did it. I was able to pose them in an hour. I didn't get the rig them and pose them within an hour. I didn't get to the, you know, the spittle and you know, going and fixing certain areas. You know, like this hand's a little boring back here. I can probably make that a little bit more dramatic. But yeah, I mean, for what it is, it actually went much better than I thought it was going to. Cool. So yeah, stay tuned for more. Definitely for the Xenomorph. I'm not done with him yet. And cool. Thanks for watching.